Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your September reading. We're going to look at money and we're going to look at love. Just so you know, Taurus, I do have my website fully up and running, so that is now the only place that you are able to purchase a reading or read other readings as well as products. So please make sure you check that out if that is something you're interested in. Taurus, because I am a psychic intuitive channeler, I get messages in a lot of different ways. And I also can get kind of deep or very specific on certain things. So please do not take the message if it does not resonate for you and it feels like your soul is actually resonating with what I'm saying, okay? Other than that, let's go ahead and jump in and we'll start with money and then we'll do love. By the way, leave a comment if there's anything that I touch on in this reading that you guys want a deeper look into, and I will do a reading about that specific thing if there's enough comments in a separate reading, okay? And obviously make sure you hit the like button. If you subscribed, I appreciate it. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Your support is definitely valued, okay? What does Taurus need to know about money in September? What does Taurus need to know about money in September? What does Taurus need to know about money in September? Okay, we've got Five of Wands is the first card out here. We have the Fool, Two of Swords. There's a bad decision that you guys made. I feel like around love, that's actually creating a lot of challenges and difficulties here. When it comes to your finances. So I don't know if this is like a relationship that you've gotten into or a relationship that you've gotten out of, but it's like there's there's like a new beginning, and then we have the Two of Swords it's less about the card, more about the image here, and it's like two paths that go in a separate way, like they were together and now they're moving in a separate direction here, and it's like each has a sword in that direction. So it's almost like a two people making a decision to go separate ways here. So it's like at one point there was a new beginning and then we went separate ways, and it's like it involves love, or at least you guys are at odds with each other right now, possibly something like that. But it's like somehow this is creating issues and challenges, difficulties for your money here, okay? Let's see. I'm hearing Wendy, I'm hearing Chrissy, Chastity, Star. Five Wands. Show me, what does Taurus's money look like in September? What does Taurus's money look like in September? Two of Wands. This is almost like this feels like you're going to be moving away from this energy in order to regain your finances, to regain some kind of status is what this feels like. I think you might be going back to something. You're trying again at something. It's like, so if you change something you were doing in order to have this new beginning, and then the new beginning didn't work out, it's like you're going back to something here. You're going back to doing something that you knew worked for you or was making you good money. What is this? Where are we going? Yeah, it's like we're going towards an opportunity that we left behind. It's like there's a previous thing here. There's something that you... Is this a different love? Is this a different emotional connection here? Because we're getting a lot of cups here. No, this is not... This is not a different connection. This is something that I feel... There's something here with your money where it's like, there is something you used to do for money and it used to work out really well for you. And it's almost like you had to abandon or leave whatever it is that you were doing that made you really good money, and you went to have like a new beginning here with something else. And if it's not love or like relationship, it could be like trying to have a new opportunity doing something different that you thought you would enjoy. So it's like, oh, I've always worked in the fashion industry, but I really want to discover more about, what if instead of being in the fashion industry, maybe I'll do modeling, instead of making the clothes, what if I model the clothes? And so then it's like, yeah, we made good money making the clothes, but then we make this transition over here and we model the clothes, but it's like it doesn't work out. It feels like it has too many challenges, too many difficulties, too many hardships with it. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I have to choose between things that I love, because now I love modeling and I love making the clothes, but I was more successful at the clothing than I am the modeling. And so then it's kind of like, then we start to go back to doing like, it's like we move back to the other thing. So we move back to making clothes because we made better money there. But the problem with it is like, there's a reason you left it in the first place. It's like we're going backwards, and we think by going backwards it'll help us go forward, but it's actually not helping us go forward. It's making us remember why we didn't want to go back to what that was, like why we wanted to move away from it, but because the money's better there and we're having challenges here, we decide to go back to it, because it's like we walked away from the thing that wasn't fulfilling us just to go back to it when we're facing challenges and difficulties. And this is actually like not, it's like, and we're trying to get stable and like take action to rebuild and get financially grounded and like stable here again. But there's something here with the Five of Swords. It's like, but it doesn't work. It's not working. Like we're kind of blocked from doing that path again. It's like, it's almost like we keep trying to go back there and do it again because we had success once upon a time. But like on my way back, it's like now no one will hire me there, or now someone's already taken my position, or the fabric company that I used to work with is out of bit. It's like there's hardships that keep trying to stop you from going backwards, but it's like, but you still keep going backwards. So it's like you dip your foot into the future and it's like, oh my God, I made more money doing this and I was more successful doing this, and so let me just go back to doing this. It's like Taurus, I feel like the universe, when it comes to your money here, it's like they're trying to push you and guide you into getting out of a comfort space of when you used to be very successful in something, and it's like it's time to transition and navigate out of that space, but you keep trying to go back to it because like you're having a hard time, and I feel like you're facing some failure here when it comes to creating abundance in a different way. So you keep trying to go back to this old way, but it's like, but the old way, it's not for you anymore. Like you have nothing there. It's like, yeah, you made good money, but it's like, but there's better and other things around money out there for you that we're trying to get you to, but you got to stop like running back to your comfort zone when you're not making as much or you're having difficulty or challenge, something like this. Okay, it's like it's time to walk away from what you used to be really good at so that you can discover something different. But you I feel like want to keep going back, but it's because I made a lot of money here. It's because I was in charge, I was in charge, I was independent, I made my money, and it was good money. And it's like I was on top of the world, and now I'm not. And so I want to go back on top of the world. And they're like, no, like you can't always stay on top of the world. Okay, so let me just pull some really quick advice here. Advice for Taurus when it comes to money in September. So I feel like you're going to feel a lot of this push-pull energy in September of like wanting to go back and trying to go back and meeting like obstacles and challenges and difficulties with trying to go back. And it's like, but you're also having challenges and obstacles and difficulties with trying to move forward. So it's like you're in this like constant push-pull. It's like, which way do I go? So let me just get advice really quick. Show me advice for Taurus in September when it comes to their money. Advice. Show me advice for Taurus with their money. Same repeating cards, except it ends with the death. And it's funny because we got the Hierophant, we got the Five of Swords, and then we've not had the Death card yet. So this is saying like, it's, the advice is to stop trying to do what you used to do. Stop trying to get back to where you used to be. Stop trying to do and like recreate this job, this opportunity, this money, whatever you were doing back here that you felt made you good money. You need to stop trying to recreate that. Like, stop trying to do that, because it's like it keeps getting blocked for you over and over and over. It's creating blockages for you. It's like, just put an end to that. Totally release it, let go of it, don't entertain it, and look for something new. Put all your energy and focus onto finding something new. Yeah, King of Wands, be confident about taking action to discover something new. Find something different. Do something else. But like, that's your advice, is stop trying to go back into the past and do what you used to do that, you know, you felt made you successful here. Okay, Taurus, let's look at 11 on the dot and then 11:01 on the clock. But let's look at love here. What does Taurus need to know about love in September? What does Taurus need to know about love in September? I don't know why I need to say it. I haven't said it in all the other readings, but I feel like it's because this energy gave me that. Mercury did go retrograde, and it will be retrograde for like, I think like a month or something like that. You'll have to look it up. I don't follow like the planets and stuff too much. But there's something here about like, we're manifesting things that like we're manifesting things that didn't work out from our past. Okay, that's why this energy came in, and that's why I heard Mercury retrograde, because it's like, I don't know if you're consciously doing this, or like this is you trying to, you know, again, it's like you keep trying to go into the past and you keep trying to recreate situations that worked out well at that time. And so it's almost like you're calling these situations to come back in for you. Some of you might actually be pursuing old situations, like old relationships and old intimate partners and old, you know, old habits and ways of being in a relationship or in connections. It's like you're actually trying to recreate that right now. And and because Mercury retrograde is heavily associated with like karmic energy and like finding having supporting energy to close it out or do it a different way, it's almost like with this, it feels like these aren't good options for you. Like, the things you're trying to pursue from the past and the things that you're attracting back into your life from the past, not good options for you. Okay, not like, that's not where you're supposed to be going, is backwards. You're supposed to be going forwards. Okay, show me, what are the Seven of Cups? What are these options that Taurus is bringing in, or you're calling or finding, trying to get back? These are like, we have Justice, Three of Swords, and the Divine, which is like the World card. These are like it's like these options you're trying to recreate or close back in or something like that. It's like, it is karmic. The Justice is giving me hard karmic here, but it's like, these are cycles, these are experiences, these are situations, relationships that have already closed out, but it feels like because they closed out with a lot of pain and grief and heartache, like a lot of like negative emotions, it's like, this is why we're calling them back in, because it's coming back in because of the way it was completed. And so now the karma associated with that dynamic, that connection, that relationship, however it closed out, because it closed out with a lot of pain, it's coming back in so that you can find a way to close it out without the pain. And now I don't feel this pain is necessarily with other people. I feel like this is pain from you. So it's like, if someone broke up with you and they've moved on with their lives and they've like healed this and accepted this, and it's like they've moved past it within themselves, but for whatever reason, like, you still had an emotional attachment there where it really hurt you, and you know, it's like, I don't have any closure and I'm still holding on to it. It's like, you didn't heal it, you didn't release it. There's something here where it's like, the way it closed out for you, it's coming. I feel like you're either trying to re-explore it, or you're trying to or it's coming back in for you to re-explore it, because it's like we need to close this out without you having like this emotional pain attached to it, so that you can release it and move on from it. So it's like it keeps coming in until you close it out the right way. And it doesn't have to be the exact same person. It can just be a situations that look exactly the same. Situations that all have like very similar, consistent similarities there. But it's like, this is why you keep going back to the past, is because you're not healing cycles with people that have closed out, because you don't heal them, because you don't work through them and like release them and let them go when they close out. When Mercury retrogrades come back in, it's like you feel such a pull to go back and to re-explore it, because maybe I can make it work this time, or maybe they feel different, or it's like you keep thinking that door is still open for you, and it just leads to more pain, because I don't feel like we're totally accepting that it's closed. It's like that cycle is closed, but for you it's not, because you haven't found like, what I heard is like your karmic justice within that situation. And that karmic justice means we haven't learned the lesson of the situation, so it feels incomplete. It feels like there is something there for me still, when it's like, no, there's not. But until you work through that in your own emotion, not with this person, you're always going to feel drawn back to those past relationships. Okay, again, let me pull an advice here. Show me advice for Taurus. This is a lot, like so much past energy coming in September for you. It's like we have to find a way. There's a lot of energy trying to help you guys find a way to release and heal and like let go of past situations that have already been done. And it's like, I feel like in a way you keep trying to run back to the past, and it's like the past don't want you back. Like the past keeps trying to push you forward, and you're like, but I want to go here, and I want to re-explore that, and I want to go back because it feels safe, it feels comfortable, I'm used to it, I'm familiar with it. It's like I predictably know what's going to happen, so even if it's not successful, I know that person, and so I feel comfortable going back to it. It's like you stop going to the past. So there's a lot of energy in September with money as well, about like, yeah, it's like it's time for you to get again, the Hangman is literally getting a different perspective, but it's also getting with the Father of Cups, it's like we need to dive deep into our emotions and get a different perspective about what our emotions are telling us. It's like it's time to just pause and not do anything. Don't reach out, don't run to the past, don't try to recreate anything. It's like we just need to sit in that energy. The second we feel like doing that and opening an old cycle or going back to an old cycle, we just need to sit with our energy and feel those emotions and allow ourselves to work through those emotions completely and like understand the whole situation of why it happened the way it did, and then find our accountability in that experience. That way we can take away a learning or like a lesson, like a reason why that happened the way it did. And that's what's going to help you kind of release it and let go of it, so you don't keep getting drawn back to running to the past again. Okay? Yeah, and then we have that Two of Swords coming out again. Okay? Taurus, please make sure you hit that like button. Again, if you want a personal reading or you want to clarify any of this, please check out CosmicCassie.com. And that is, again, the only place that you can book a reading with me is on my website or purchase any of my products. Again, if there's anything you want me to dive in deeper with any of that, put the comments in. And if there's enough of them, then I will do that. Okay? Taurus, have a good one. Bye.